Okay, welcome back everyone to El Burrito Aburrido, aka the Bored Burrito. Okay, so let's get back into it. Continue, and we are going to play for an hour. So let us go. And I apologize, my doggies are in here with me, so you might hear their tippy tappy toes on the floor. Okay. As you close up, a voice echoes down the corridor towards you. I forget what we were doing. Oh, study the winter light. Is that where we're at? No, we're at our home, right? Okay, sleeper, wait up. We're gonna turn. As you close up, a voice echoes down the corridor towards you. Oh, I already read that. I forgot already. It's only been a day. Okay, Feng is coming down the corridor towards you, a wonky grin on his broad face. Hey, glad I caught you. Do I know you? He grins. You do now. He puts a hand on your arm. I've seen you hanging around. Just want to chat. Let's see, over here it says, Haven Age Systems Engineer. Still don't know what data is for. You saying that thing? He nods back to the container, shaking his head. Rough. It can be hard to get a start on the eye. I don't know why I said that. Thought that said fuel. He looks away down the passage. What was it? Oh my goodness, why can I not read? What was it old Erland said? The eye opens for us all. Nice idea, but well, not always very practical. He glances back at you. We do our best, but it isn't easy. We? You pass together into the main walkway. Haven Age. We are all one dysfunctional family. Feng puts an arm around you. I'm not part of the security branch, though. Don't worry. I'm with Systems. Haven Age. Think of us as an administrative association for the eye. Depending on who you talk to, we either emerge as a response to or a continuation of Andre Erland's original union. He smiles. Personally, I avoid the topic. He stops you in the quiet passage. Look, that's not what I'm here to discuss. I've been seeing some unusual network activity, and well, I know a little about you sleepers. I have a small proposition for you. He glances around. But this is not the place for it. I have an office just across the way. Give me a cycle or two to prepare, then, when you're settled, stop by. He lowers his voice and gives you a dark look. In truth, I need you. If what they say is true about you sleepers, well, there's work to be done. He pats you on the back, his voice bright and his dark look suddenly gone. Stay clean, sleeper. He walks off down the passage, raising a hand in farewell. Okay, where to? We're still needing to investigate. No, study, not investigate. Study the winter light. And that's this. Okay, yeah, we didn't get a chance, I don't think, because I got off. Okay, forensic trawl. Investigating the winter light means picking through its systems and structures with care. It won't pay, but okay, that's right. We were working... and my dice aren't very good. Let me stop. Go, go. Go in. Go on. The wrecked cutter Dragos has brought into salvage. Has a history to discover if you are curious. So... Shipbreaking is tougher than slicing up loose salvage, but Dragos is happy to pay you a fixed wage if you are up to it. I do need money. Okay, so how do I investigate the wreckage? This blasted ship came into the same yard as you did. Is there a connection, or are you just paranoid? I think that's the only way I'm gonna learn anything, right? So let's give it a chance. Negative outcome. Yard clearance +1. I guess that means more was removed. Okay, it's impossible to understand anything with the ship being... No. It didn't tell me anything new. Okay. Let's go over here. +1 yard clearance, +16 cryo. Oh, the other one? The hull puts up some resistance, but you manage to push through just before your ship is up. Yard clearance. History or no, this ship is salvaged. As Dragos always says, break it down, move it on. Okay. I'm gonna leave. I do have money, so that's nice. Let's see here. As a newcomer, you can only gain favor by grabbing a load of materials and asking the nearest yard hand where to take them. Actually, build a ship mind. You've heard talk of a fabricator owned by the Ort Exchange. With that and a few fragments, you could build a ship mind core. Gain access to the Ort Fabricator. And then what's the other one? Get to know Emphis. Emphis loves two things, stories and food. Maybe if you supply him with both, you can hear his story. Survive. You need access to... Okay. I need to wait. I guess we can go look. I completed one. Gain access to the Ort. Let's do this one real quick. Over here. Okay. Helion Crossing. Merchants willing to run the gauntlet of the Helion system are rare, but those that do always return, eventually. I can't do anything yet? I guess not. I don't see actions. Okay. Oh, hold on. There's that one. Are those start points? I thought... Oh. I was thinking that was... Maybe there's just information. Salvage sortie. It takes several cycles to reach the Starward Belt and return loaded with scrap from the old wrecks. Alright, I'm gonna go up here. We're gonna gain access to the Ort Fabricator. The Ort Exchange. Well, I don't think I want the exchange. There's gotta be something else. Enter the spoke. A tangled network of service passages and makeshift tunnels cut through the spoke as if it were a hive. There are no maps here. Scale the spoke. Blistered with precarious elevators and stairways, the spoke can be navigated from the outside, but the climb requires bravery. Spoke climber. The spoke is layer after layer after layer of dense urban fabric. The only way to explore it is vertically. I don't have any points, do I? No. Okay. So I can't go there. I don't understand the point of this. Oh, I can click on it. Okay. Some gang enforced... Okay, let me read over here first. Tutorial data actions. Data actions allow you to extract data from the networks of the eye. They work like dice actions, but in order to unlock them, you must match your dice to the one displayed on the right of the action. If you have a +1 or +2 modifier in the interface skill, you will be given more possible dice to match. You can use any dice that matches the dice display. Once unlocked, the data can be extracted. Okay. So, some gang enforcers' implants are chirping out common signals. Time to see what they are talking about. And I have one of those. And I can only do this. Okay, extract data. Nice. I think we're getting somewhere now. Neutral outcome. A data cache skimmed from Yatagan hardware. Okay, I don't know what to do with it. And it looks like this is done. Okay. So... Oh, nice, it's gone. Keynode 21. This personal terminal is empty apart from a single high-level encryption locked behind access protocols. Okay, so those are other things I can do. I'm not worried about food. I do need to go home. because I need to end cycle. Because I don't have any more dice. Let me know how you're liking the game so far. I'm intrigued by the storyline and figuring out what the heck I'm doing. I think I've only ever played one other narrative story through completely, and that was Genesis Noir, and I'm not used to games like that, so it was a little. Plus, I was thinking I'd be able to play through in a really quick time, and it actually took several hours, but it was good. I'm liking this one better so far. Okay, I got my dice, and I'm starving. I have. I'm guessing that's 6 more cycles. I'm not sure. Oh, so we need to figure out where we take that. Let's go get some grub. I need monies. 15? Okay, yeah. Nice. Okay. Okay. Oh, is the doctor done? First thing you see on entering is a glint of Toshiro's implants, like a cat's eyes, in the dark of the corridor. He nods you in as you arrive at Sabine's door. The entryway is still dark, and you push through the sheeting into the surgery. Oops, I have it. Sabine stands with a case open in front of them, a set of vials lined up inside, separated by foam inserts. They pick one up, rotating it in the warm light. I have no idea how Yatagan. They trail off. We should treat this with caution. It looks authentic, but I have no idea if it really is what it appears to be. I'm the test case. I don't care. Okay, now that seems to be the case. Unfortunately, I'm not sure we have another choice. They gesture for you to sit on the bed. The stabilizer works under a similar principle to an immunosuppressant in a transplant operation, in that it stops your body from rejecting the unfamiliar part of itself, which would be the whole body, right? Or the consciousness. In the case of your frame, the unfamiliar part is each of your biosynthetic organ groups, which over time are identified by your body as foreign material and therefore must be eliminated. Okay. Sabine holds up a vial of the would-be stabilizer. However, unlike an immunosuppressant, the stabilizer doesn't do this by limiting your entire immune system. Instead, it re-encodes your biosynthetic organs with new protein chains which act as passcodes within your immune system. The stabilizer refreshes those passcodes, keeping you from rejecting all of its own organs. Passcodes? In very basic terms, yes, I sigh. Look, what matters here is that the stabilizer should be able to encode any organic or biosynthetic matter to be accepted by your immune system. They glance away. At least if the stabilizer is genuine, the only way to know for sure is to inject the vial. They begin readying the syringe. I will start with a small dose, to limit the risk. We have okay, let's do it. How sure are you? I don't have a choice. I would just say okay, let's do it. I mean, we don't have a choice, but Sabine cracks the glass neck of the stabilizer vial and uses a syringe to extract a fraction of the liquid. They tap the syringe, and you watch as if any sign might emerge from the clear liquid. You barely feel the needle, your frame registering the initial injection, but with little response. A sensation begins to spread from the site, a fizzy, trembling wave that disperses through your arm with incredible speed. Your vision goes white, and when it returns, Sabine appears encased in shards of sparkling light that slowly fade into darkness as you settle back against the bed. You swim in darkness, muffled noises, like an argument heard from underwater, prickling waves of cold. When you sit back up, Sabine is sitting in a chair by the window, facing away from you, backlit by the glow of their slate. Awake? We got yes, and what happened? I'm going to ask what happened. The stabilizer is genuine. They sit down beside the bed. I don't know how Yakuten acquired a case of this stuff, but they did. Sabine looks troubled, distracted. You should rest some more, but you're going to have to do that somewhere else. They gesture to the door. I have other patients. Sorry. Sabine nods toward the case. I'm afraid I can't offer you any more doses. You're going to need to pay for your next dose. Oh my goodness. Did you pay for them? Jeez. Silence fills the room and they return to their glowing slate. Looking around the room, it seems different somehow, as if things have moved or shifted. You wonder how long you have been out. Sabine? Or Lee, we're gonna ask. Nothing comes free, sleeper. Remember that. You manage to get to your feet and wander out into the hallway. The queue stretches down the flickering corridor. Toshiro stands impatiently by the door and fixes you with a glare as you leave. You lower your eyes as you stumble past, somehow faintly aware of the station spinning beneath you. Okay, no monies. I do have my dice, but let's go back into this mode. Nothing up here. Okay. Is this that same spot I was just at? The day before? Okay, yeah, I was there. Let's try a node. Let's chance it. Okay. I got encrypted key, a stream of passcodes able to unlock the station's aging maglocks. Well, that sounds useful. Okay. The cloud, and the data ghost of the eye. As you drift back from the nodes, something latches onto you, a thread. Strung tight around you, it tethers you in place. A taste. The voice makes you shiver. Its source somehow both distant and close behind your ear. You see a distant glint of light shut off, and then suddenly a shape is at your side. It stalks around you, circling like a shark, like a wolf. Entity unknown, astringent, processing. Should we resist or stay still? Let's stay still, see what happens. Please hold. The thread around you thickens until it is a ring, a cylinder, a tunnel of light circled around you. It is blinding for a moment, and then it is gone. As it fades, you see a figure, a creature in front of you. Its strange head flickers between different angles, reading you. Let's see, what are you? What did you do? What are you? The shape paces around you on lithe legs, though there is no ground here to pace on. Entity, identify, origin, serial, cadence. The figure faces you expectantly. Sleeper, SNARP, I don't understand. Stay silent. Entity, identify, origin, serial, cadence. Well, if I give myself away, that could be dangerous. Let's go with I don't understand. Sentience questionable. The figure's strange head rotates. Brackish signature of and not of. Attempting interface. As the figure speaks, more threads begin to spiral from its head. Thick, snaking, vine-like ribbons that flex and wave. They approach with intent. Stop. The figure halts its threads. Its head twitching. Entity. Your identity is unknown. We only seek to correct illegalities. Can you confirm your legal right to sentience? I'm a person. Incorrect. You are an entity. All at once, Hunter's head is directly in front of yours, blocking your vision. You stink of their taste. The one from the sealed dock. Hunter shimmers with fury. I will find access. I will interface. Sealed dock. An entity hides in the rotunda. You are its puppet. Hunter extends a razor-edged thread. I will not be diverted from my task. It glows with murderous intent. Strike. You lash out with all your force. Not a physical strike, but a focusing. A spike of interference leaping out like the tip of a spear. Hunter stumbles, shifts, separates. Wake up. You open your eyes, blinking back into the station light, shaking with fear. Okay. I don't know if that could have gone any differently. This is another agent. Let's see if we can get anything from this dude. Or enforcer. So I have a key and some data. I got more data. Don't know what to do with it, but I got it. Here's another node. Let's leave. Where to leave this? I need some work. Rotunda. Steel dock plans. Haven Edge security has to have plans. Stealing them would be the fastest way to get to know this place and the most dangerous. Explore the rotunda. The rotunda of the old dock is filled with passageways and concourses leading to all kinds of docking bays. One says danger, one says risky. I really need to level up, man. Can I do something over here now? No, but it is... the cycle's going. Okay, what else do we have? Get to know Emphis. That's what I'm doing. Study the winter light. Buy a vial of stip. I don't think I have enough. What is this? This is new. Feng. Okay. Feng. Sleeper. Feng catches your attention as you approach the Haven Age building, leaning against a bay door to the side of the entrance. You approach. Easier to come in this way. Security, all that. He gives you a look. You know. He slams a button and the bay creaks open, blinking lights in the dark behind it. You follow Feng inside. Truth be told, I don't spend much time upstairs. This is where I work. The door hisses as it closes behind you. The bay is filled with pieces of hardware, all rigged up to generators and diagnostic slates and things you don't recognize that glow with blue screen light. There is a chorus of hums that blends into a single wave of static, filling the dark corners of the room. Feng leans on a server stack and gestures around. You like it? So we got, it's a mess, it's incredible, what is all this? We'll ask, what is all this? He taps a nearby server stack, which bleeps in response. This is my treasure trove, all dredged up from the sea of systems we call the Eye. You wouldn't believe what this place runs on. He steps over to a towering block, speckled with vents. Some of these systems are from the original station, AE1. I don't know if that's how that would be pronounced, but that's what it looks like, AE1. The one Solheim built. We've had to invent new components, repair things we never built, reverse engineer entire subsystems into existence. Residents here look up at the Eye and think they are seeing a concrete reality. But this place is a system in constant flux, decaying and growing, collapsing into new configurations. He walks down between the hardware stacks and you follow. We're keeping this place alive, but also we're making it into something new, dragging it away from those corporate origins. He stops. At least, that's what I'm trying to do. He turns back to face you among the flickering machines, humming all around you. I know you can see this too, Sleeper. All these systems and sections, you can, can't you? I can see it. It makes sense, right? You are between here and there, between the people and their systems. You light this place up like a beacon. That's what I need. You glance at the lights around you, and as you do, they seem to flicker, to realign, to follow your gaze. Feng notices it too. I'm guessing being a beacon isn't always ideal when you're on the run, though. They are tracking me. He pats you on the shoulder. Maybe I can help with that. There's a lot of old growth in this place. Subsystems I can't see. Access protocols lost to time and decay. Secrets. A shitload of secrets. With your help, I can unlock this place. Break off those last ghost limbs of corporate control. He lowers his voice below the hum. Even in Haven Age, there is old growth. Those whose roots trace back into those bad old days. You help me dredge up the past, and I'll see what I can do about that tracker of yours. He winks. What do you say, Sleeper? I'm in. Get rid of my tracker. Feng pumps his fists and claps you on the shoulder. He meets your eye. You won't regret it, Sleeper. Oh, you seem trustworthy. Feng passes you a ragged-looking metal tab. A gift, he smiles. It's a Solheim cipher. I dug it up from the depths of the station. Slot that into an old network gate, and you'll be able to pull out all kinds of secrets from the nodes inside. He walks you back to the front of the bay. Start by bringing me whatever you can turn up. Use that emulated mind of yours and see what's out there. Let's get a picture of how things are. Those above, he nods at the ceiling, have granted me an acquisitions budget. I can pay you for whatever useful data you bring in. I know you need it. Ooh, I got 2 parts of data. He slams the door button again. Keep it quiet and keep it clean, sleeper, and I'll see you soon. You step, blinking, back out into the passage, those flickering lights still in the back of your mind. Okay, I have data. Can I give you my data? Yes, I can. What is that one? Oh, that's the cipher. Okay. Feng will pay you well for any Solheim data you dredge up from the old systems. What he does with it is anyone's guess. Can I... This is data. An old cipher going to access the system. Let's try this. Will that... No. Okay. And this? Of course not. Okay. Let's see, what next? Disable my tracker. Feng has said he will disable your SNR tracker if you can get to the bottom of its mystery first. Okay? Extract the past. Feng wants to dig into old Solheim networks in search of secrets that could change the future of the station. Extract Solheim data for Feng. Get to know Emphis, study the winter light, survive. Okay. I need to do some work. Nothing there? Okay. Nothing there. Oh, you're blinking. What are we doing here? Buy some scrap. Most of what comes in from the Starward Belt is corroded trash, but sometimes something valuable can be found among the salvage. I don't have any money. I mean, I got 3. Unload containers. The freighter crew are eager to get their payload into the ore exchange, and they'll pay a wage to anyone willing to help them. We're gonna do it. I have this 100%. Hopefully they give me some good monies. 15. Well, that's fine, I guess. Okay. Let's go... Play the exchange. What is this one? Sell component. Oh yeah, I don't have any components. The flow of chits and components in the exchange complex with a sharp eye and some tight trades can net you a good margin. I don't have any dice left. I'm good on energy. I have 18 in monies. Can I buy? It's 100? Holy crap, I hope I'm okay. So you've been selling off the case of stabilizer vial by vial. You haven't been able to talk with them since your last visit. Oh my goodness, what a ripoff. Oh yeah, I don't have anything to do. I need to end my day. Where's my home? There we go. I think about a half hour left. Ooh, I have 5 slots now? That's cool. Nice. Okay, well then let's try the exchange real quick, see if I can get some more money. I don't know how it works. $25 positive, neutral, negative. I don't want that. 50. Nope. Same thing, right? Yeah. And then this one, 50-50. We're gonna do that one because it's got neutral and positive. So let's see what happens. And I'm not betting my money. Nice. Okay. There's an old ship mine fabrication stack in the back of the market, but only trusted traders get access to it. Should I do another one or go do something else? Let's go do something else. Oh, okay, this is how I get to my ship mine. Okay. Yeah, let's go do something else. What was this one? Block maintenance. No one knows you here. You'll need to change that if you want to access the low-end residents and facilities. We'll do that later when I have a better chance. And those are both risky. Let's give it a shot. Network of, which one's worse, danger or risky? We'll scale the spoke. Positive outcome. Spoke climber. The spoke is layer after layer after. Okay, I already did. You find your way to a service elevator that doubles as the bar. Patrons sipping drinks as the whole room crawls up the spoke. It's repeatable. Okay. Neutral outcome. Okay. You spend hours on a staircase that never seems to end. When you reach its peak, the view is incredible, but you feel the pain. Okay, we're not going to do any more of that. Let's go buy some food. Oh, did something pop up? Oh, it did. Okay. Locked action. Steal a shipment. With so many shipments, what's one diverted package? You would have no idea what you're stealing, but that's part of the fun, right? Skill upgrade required. Midline security. Stealing shipments from midline is going to be picked up fast, even if you are careful. Their systems can't be fooled for long. Then we got freight operator. Midline runs automated freight down from the free spoke. They need skilled operators, and you don't have to lift a single crate. Okay, so I can't do those yet. But it's nice that there's more stuff. Founder's Gap. Oh, that's right. I need to pay for that. Okay. Let's go back. We'll buy some... Well, does my energy recharge? No, it does not. That's right. We're wanting to build up rapport here. So let's do this. Okay. And I'm going to do one more. Why not? Get this going. Your mouth stings as your sensory sends warning signals over and over. This is good stuff. Okay, so I'm assuming I've unlocked something. Complete. Active. Okay, what am I missing? Maybe he's not at the restaurant. Okay, but I got that. Oh yeah, there's just a new story. Okay. Sleeper. Emphis calls out to you. A booming voice that echoes through the corridor. Tell me a story. He throws a handful of chopped mushrooms into his wok, the fire leaping up to meet the oil. I see you. Cycle in, cycle out, but we never speak. Tell me a story. Any kind. He pauses to drizzle something from a plastic bottle into the wok. But one of yours. He looks up at you. Nothing stolen. You pause, the spices rich in your nostrils, and think about the kind of story you'd like to tell Emphis. You look at Emphis, the listener, and imagine he has heard it all before. Perhaps he would enjoy a strange story, something with some spice. So, tell a ghost story, tell him about your dreams. What are the dreams? That's personal. All the sleepers, you tell Emphis, had dreams. Some were simple, memories left over from the emulation process that had become tangled up in their minds, and would come out when they slept. It wasn't rare to hear a sleeper in the dorm scream or cry out in the night. But your dreams, those gray, skeletal after-images of systems and structures, of threads and patterns, weren't like the others. They weren't memories or nightmares. They were reflections of reality. Distorted, yes, but somehow true. You learned, back then, to keep quiet about them, to let them flow through your mind like water. That was until now, until you arrived in this place. Now your dreams colonize your waking life. They slip behind your eyelids with every blink, and now you understand they aren't dreams at all, but some process of interfacing, of speaking, of living in another world that flows through this one like smoke through air. You tell him that you don't know if there is a reason for your dreams. Perhaps, you reason, it is just some side effect or particular quality of the frame you inhabit. But whatever it is a gift, and you hope to make use of it. Emphis finishes cooking and squints a little at you. Sleeper, he smiles. You are quite the storyteller. He eyes you, and you realize that he's trying to gauge how honest you have been in your story. Emphis passes you the meal he has cooked, and you take it gratefully. As you eat, he talks. A natural exchange. Thank you, Sleeper. He looks around at the emptying market. But my time is done for today, and I do not want to keep you longer, so I will make a proposal. He gestures to the plastic boxes of ingredients stacked behind the stall. These are good enough for most, but someone told me a story that made me think, a couple of cycles ago. They said that across the gap, in the greenway, fresh mushrooms grow. Have you heard this? No. Neither had I, but I trust the one who told me. Emphis begins packing up his things. Can you bring me some? I cannot cross the gap, and I worry about leaving my things behind. He smiles. I am sure a storyteller like you could handle the trip. I will prepare them for you, and if you wish to tell it, be the audience for another story. Agreed, perhaps. Agreed, perhaps. Agreed. Good, booms Emphis. Then I will wait for you to bring them. Emphis slides his walk away and straightens up. I will prepare a recipe then, sleeper. Good luck with your foraging. You turn away and walk back into the main market, the rich taste of Emphis' food still lingering in your mouth. Stories for food, you think, a trade that seems more than fair. So, do I have to pay for food anymore? I do. Grill fricassee. Oh, I have different foods now. Okay. Emphis wants to make this old recipe. Oh, that's where my mushrooms go. But I guess I'll have something different. Okay. Let's see. Bring Emphis grill caps. Let's go study the winter light. It's just that, right? Yeah. Okay. This one says safe. I need info. I got a scrap item. Nice. Ship mine fragment. Could be reassembled with the right tools and a few more fragments. Okay, so we should keep that one. You discover a hidden compartment with spare components and backup data storage. This has to contain something of use. Using maglots. What do I use these for? An old cipher granting access to the systems of the original station. I guess I need to get there first. Okay, we're going to do this one again. Forensic trawl. Neutral outcome. Picking through the wrecked cutter is slow work, but you start to piece together the impact patterns and blast marks. Okay, we're going to leave. I need to rest, which is right here. And cycle. Okay, someone out there is... yeah, we already know that. I didn't have any stories, though. No dreams. Ugh, my dice aren't great. Okay. I need to figure this out. Neutral. Let me do some yard. Well, hold on. Let's see what else is available. Fang has said he would disable your essence artifact. We can get to the bottom of this history first. Okay, so let's do this one. Where do we go from here? Oh, where do I go? Did I not toggle? I did not. Okay. Nope. Yeah. I guess I can't do it right now. I don't see any. I mean, these are yellow, but there's nothing here. Buy scrap. Let's do this. And we've got some cryo. Handling the hull plates and shattered structure takes work, but keep your head down and before long the shift is done. I have 15. Oh, you know what? Maybe I need to do this eyeball. Okay. Oh, what are you? Oh, nothing. We have a node. Oh, what is this one? Solheim. That's what this is for. Hello. This gate conceals a network of systems which have been untouched since the Solheim collapse. With a squawk of noise, the old gate flips open, granting access. Okay, so I need another one. Or come back another day. Extract data from Feng. Okay, so that's the one I'm working on now. Oh, okay, so nodes popped open. Is it just over here? No, there's this one too. Agents. Haven Gate. Well, let's go back here. These weren't here a moment ago. Nodes. Key node. Okay. Can I do anything though? Nope. Not with that one. Oh, I can do this one. Oops. Okay. So we got some data. Oh, I got another. Nice. Okay. And then this one. 2. I got that. Nice. Okay. A Solheim daemon attempts to protect this node, squeaking out protective protocols like a mantra. Got more Solheim data. Okay. And I couldn't do this one, right? That was 4? Yeah. Okay. And this one? 2? Nope. I don't have that one. Whoa. 2? Nope. I don't have one of those. Okay. So I can't do those. Is there anything up this way? I don't think so. Yeah. Okay, so we got that done. Can't do anything there. Where's Feng at? This Feng? That's it, right? Repeatable action. I guess it slipped. 15 I wish they'd pay me more. Feng's eyes light up as the data is transferred over. He hands you a stack of chits and waves you off. Well, let's do another one. Okay. Well, that's good. Now... Oh, that's right. I can't do anything here. Okay. Low end. Maintained by the residents, the ramshackle blocks are always in need of repairs. Helping out is a good way to make friends. We're gonna do that. This is what, 50-50? Yeah. Negative outcome. You help an older resident to revive their terminal, but after hours of assembling and reassembling, you realize you have fried the CPU. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, let's go sleep. My hunter is... I don't know how many cycles that is. If each one's a cycle. I think so. Okay. Yep, there's another one. Okay, I'm starving. Can I tell a story for some food? Nope. Ugh. Okay, well, let's get some food. Okay. And I don't have the money to get across the gap. Okay, so... Oh, I need to extract this one. Yeah, nice. Neutral outcome. I got my data though, so let's go find Feng. I should finish this one for now. Okay, Feng's eyes. Okay. Well, I finished it, so let me leave. Okay, we'll go back in. As you enter the bay, Feng is nowhere to be seen. The banks of servers and machines blink out of the dark in staccato rhythms, unseen eyes at the station's digital ghosts. Shitheads. Feng's voice echoes from behind a stack, followed by the hammer of a fist on a metal casing. These snaky shitheads. Who's Snaky? Is it Snaky or Sneaky? Sorry. Yeah, Snaky. Sleeper! Feng's smiling head pops out from behind a stack. Just the emulated consciousness I've been eager to see. Come back here. You pick your way between the thrumming stacks, trying not to trip on the loose bundles of cables that blanket the dark floor. Feng is sat in front of a set of monitors, mounted to a stack. Tell me, Sleeper, what do you see here? Feng waves at a monitor to his side, glowing with pale lists of information. You lean in closer, looking for the links in the data. The tables seem to be filled with personal information, names, genders, dates, ID numbers, all the markers of institutional records. Names, people, shitheads? That sounds good. Feng laughs. Maybe not all of them. But what kind of shitheads? Well, we're looking into Solheim. Bingo! He taps at the terminal. I pulled these from the old data you brought in. All employees of the Eye's original owners. And, he leans past you and scrolls the list down. This one. This is a snaky shithead. He stabs at the screen with a finger. The name reads, Hardin Hurst. Friend of yours? Feng gives you a sideways look. Funny you should say that, Sleeper. He drags a stool out beside him and motions for you to sit. There just so happens to be a Hardin Hurst in Haven Age. He waits for your reaction. In Haven Age? That's it. He's right here on the station now. Feng leans back in his chair. Just think about it. Decades ago, Hardin worked on this station as a... Feng leans across to look at the monitor. Senior Strategic Operations Executive. Feng raises his eyebrows at you. Our Hardin was keeping the money coming in for Solheim. He defined priority growth initiatives by making sure the extractors they contracted out to work... my goodness. He defined priority growth initiatives by making sure the extractors they contracted out to were hooked into a system that outsourced all the risk and kept the profit. Good old Hardin shuttled thousands of Palladium Rush workers into an infrastructure which meant that their cut of the work they did went straight back into Solheim. How do you know this? I grew up here, Sleeper. This is my history. I'm a child of the collapse. Feng turns back to his screen, staring hard at the strings of code flickering by. Before I was born, my parents were Solheim contractors. They ate in Solheim canteens, worked on Solheim ships, they breathed Solheim air, and slept in Solheim beds. Feng's voice rises as he speaks, his hands fists on the terminal edge. And the work that paid for that existence, the cycles of hard extraction out in the belt, Solheim took their cut. This was a company town, so to speak, and my parents were just another in the long line of freelance contractors willing to risk their lives for a shot at anything other than poverty. Disposable. This guy, stabbing at Hardin once again with his finger, strategized all that, did the sums, and then somehow, thousands and thousands of cycles later, is still going, still here, crawling in the walls like some shithead snake. He survived the revolution. Surely it can't be him. Feng relaxes a little. Who knows? He turns to you and smiles. So, we are going to go find out. Hardin is out a big shot in the shipyards, just a few degrees back around the eye from here. Feng brings up a map of the lower eye. Haven Age might be born out of Ireland's revolutionary zeal, but a flat hierarchy it is not. Hardin happened to float to the top. Feng zooms in on the far yards. Feng grimaces. The thing is, I don't have access to those systems. The shipyard crew is pretty paranoid and they don't like anyone from systems digging around in their stuff. Plus, we need more than just the name of a Solheim executive. We need proof. Feng holds up a thumbnail-sized drive. That's where this little creation of mine comes in. I call it a ripper worm. He turns the drive between his fingers. It'll rip through any digital storage and spin out a silken thread of filtered data. This one is set on the scent of Harden Hurst. He hands it over. Getting to the compound might be tricky. Feng puts a hand on your shoulder, but you, however, have a particular knack for remote access. Fen grins. If you can extract yourself a Haven Age cipher from a Haven Age agent, they sometimes carry them among their data caches. You can crack open the compound's network and slot the worm in through any open port. You never even need to go near the shipyards. So what do you say? You up for it? Ah, what's in it for me? Rooting out a corrupt snake not enough? Find the information, I'll start work on that tracker of yours. Feng scratches at his chin. Anything the worm gets, it'll send it back here to me. There's something wrong here, and I aim to get to the rotten core of it. You leave Feng digging through data among the wires and machines of the old station. As you walk out, you try to imagine the Eye as it once was. A vast machine running smooth and strong, directed by people like Harden. A vast Solheim-built machine into which thousands poured from the surrogate systems looking for a new life. The hope of a better future, engineered to line someone else's pockets. It's an idea you are intimately familiar with. Sounds like the colonization of America. People fled here for a better life. You think of Harden, still alive, still part of this place, and wonder if the past is ever truly past. Now we're on cycles. We repeat ourselves. Okay, I need to go find Haven Age agent, and I'm sure that's gonna be undercover. That's the gate. Items, data, ripper worm. Okay, so that's not gonna. That's the only thing. Okay, there's an agent. Okay. I don't have a 2. Dang it! Maybe there's another one? Oh, here we go. And that one's got a 2. Come on, where are you, Haven Age? Okay, well I can't do this right now because I don't have access to an agent. Okay, let's see. I guess we can go back and study the Winter Light. Gain access. Let me track this one real quick. That's this. Oh, that's right. I can't. Yeah, I can't. Can't do anything with that. I don't understand why I have access to these. I can't do anything there. Okay, let's go here. And play the exchange, the Ort exchange. Do I have any? I don't think I do. $19. Okay, let's do one more. 50-50 on positive and neutral. Oh, it completes. Oh, it does not. Dang it. I was thinking it would complete it. 25, 50, so I have 70%, 75% chance of it not being bad. You can cheat on a power converter and exhaust yourself trying to make it back. You quit before you run into debt. Well, I have 65, so that's cool. Not enough to buy anything, but... wait. Nope, nothing that way. Okay, what else can we do? We can't do that right now. Extract the past. I need to get the agent, and I don't have the things for it. Can't do that one yet. I guess let's go do this one real quick. And that's up here. Yeah, it's not the best, but I need info. Neutral outcome. Picking through the wreck cutter is okay. I don't care. Did it? I don't know if it. I don't think it built up anything. Okay, let's go to sleep. My hunter's getting close. I feel like I'm getting nowhere. I got 5 minutes. I gotta check out of here. Okay. 2 cycles left. I'm starving, so let's go get some food. Okay. Now, I only have 1 more of those left, right? No, I have 3. Okay, well, let's look into the agents. Oh, that's right, I can't do that one yet, I forgot. Why is that one empty? 2. I don't have a 2. Ugh. Okay, well, I can't do that one yet again. Hunter. I guess we'll go study the winter light. I didn't need to toggle it because it's right here, but... Maybe have enough to finish it? Oh, that gave me 2. Nice. I discovered a hidden compartment, so now I have 2. What is that one again? A data cache skimmed from Yakuza hardware. I don't know where that goes. Okay, let's do this once more. Nice, okay. So, I think this is done. Oh, it did say continue. Squeeze into the office at the entrance of the yard and lay out everything you have on the winter light. Across the metal desk, your makeshift forensic notes glow on Drago's old writing slate, overlapping lines and scrawled annotations. A set of drone scans fill the small terminal with a spectrum of colors, a heat map of damage and decay. A crumpled printout from the office's ship registry lies beside them. Synthetic paper so thin it is almost transparent. So let's look at the monitor, look at the slate, look at the printout. Excuse me. Your makeshift forensic notes glow on Drago's old writing slate, overlapping lines of scrawled annotations. A crumpled printout from the office's ship registry lies beside them. Synthetic paper so thin it's almost transparent. A set of drone scans fill the small terminal with a spectrum of colors, a heat map of damage and decay. Look at the notes. Your attempts at a reconstruction of the winter light before its fatal accident consist of a series of overlapping sketches and diagrams showing possible layouts and configurations of the gutted cutter. This was no off-the-shelf model. It was heavily modified, parts replaced with inventive configurations. The new retrofitted into the old, handmade joints and reconditioned filters. This was someone's pride and joy, a lifetime project kept running with care and intuition. Oh, I get to look at all of them. That's good. It also contained a set of hidden compartments. You missed them at first, where the hull had been thickened, the corners rounded to disguise the change, but they are there. Let's look at the monitor. Reactor failure. That is the verdict that anyone would have returned after a cursory glance at these stacked heat maps of the remains of the winter light. On the terminal screen, the ship is shown in section blotches of color, marking the approximate damage the ship sustained. Dominating the view is a single blood-red rose radiating from the ship's fraction drive. A simple story, a catastrophic failure of the drive core, leading to a fatal hull breach. A well-documented failure, likely brought on by wear or misuse. But you aren't looking at the rows of the reactor. You're looking at a smaller, paler mark, one that might be easy to miss at first glance. It is thumbprint size and delicately placed over the control sensors for the ship's main external airlock. It suggests a controlled, shaped explosion, one designed to punch through the hull and allow access to the airlock from the outside. You were looking at it because it is troubling you. Now we're going to look at the printout. A plain list shows the registration history of the Winterlight, the gaps between the entries tantalizingly opaque. Its first registration was a couple of thousand cycles ago on this very station, logged at the central hub. From here, the registry tells the story of a busy ship, one that rarely stayed on station for more than a few cycles, and often took on voyages that kept it away from the eye for up to 100 cycles. The Winterlight got little rest. An old ship, many cycles under its belt, carefully maintained. Oh, my time is up. Let's finish this. An old ship, many cycles under its belt, carefully maintained, a reactor failure preceded by a carefully concealed external entry. A suite of hidden compartments tucked away. This was the Winterlight, and this was its story. But that's not the full story, because there's something else. It is little more than a list, a tiny chunk of data you were able to pull from the ship's systems. The main systems were fried, of course, but the Winterlight had a separate system, one tucked away in one of its hidden compartments, armored, air-walled. This list, the only recoverable piece from the whole system, is a partial inventory. It details the contents of the hidden compartments. Some of it you recognize, some of it you don't. Ship mind ROMs, shimmer, cryo chain codes, and then the final entry, passenger sleeper. You stare at the list on the terminal and try not to think about what it was like arriving here in the cold for so long, half frozen in the freight container. Had this sleeper been smarter, luckier? How had they convinced the Winterlight, a smuggler's ship if you ever saw one, to extract them from Arp? Luckier, you laugh. There had been no remains found in any of the Winterlight's compartments. You had checked. They weren't so lucky, you guess. Not in the end. You hold up a vial of stabilizer to the light. This was all you find in their compartment. A parting gift from Arp. Well, it won't go to waste now. You put it back in your pocket. The thought still bothers you, though. 2 ships carrying sleepers coming to the same yard? 2? One after the other? That feels wrong. You flick back and forth between data sets on the terminal, thinking, and you see that thumbprint again, the mark of someone trying to get in. Someone who entered the Winterlight with precision and speed, and when they were done, left the reactor to clean up the rest. The thought of that person makes you shiver. Suddenly, the office door creaks open. Drago stands in the doorway, staring at the equipment and notes you have assembled. What is all this? He snatches the slate from the desk, faster than you realized he could move. You running an investigation here? What am I paying you for? The drone on his shoulder starts whining shrilly, his anger passing to it through his implants. Let's see, we got where's this ship from? Are you hiding something? Stay silent. Let's ask where it's from. Leave. This. Alone. He starts shaking his head. I know you have a lot of questions, but this isn't the way. He turns away, muttering to himself, this is the last thing I need. So we have, this ship had a sleeper on it. Who is bringing you these ships? Yeah, we'll do that one. Sleeper on it. Dragos freezes, suddenly angry. What did you say? He pushes past you to look at the terminal, at the list. He shakes his head. So what? Aren't all of you trying to escape? You are lucky it was you that made it out alive, not them. He folds his arms indignantly. Drago seems to steady himself and then turns back to you. The heat map of the reactor failure reflected in his headset's glassy eyes. I've given you a place to stay. I've given you work. He stumbles over the words, unsure what to say. There's plenty others who would have sold you on, turned you in, but not me. No. I appreciate that, but I know or stay silent. I appreciate that, but don't. He shakes his head. I'm not discussing my business with you. He quiets the drone. I've done well by you, and you've returned the favor. He straightens up and clears his throat. But this obsession you have with this ship isn't going to work for me. I can't have you making my clients nervous. I can't have you digging up whatever it is you were after. He sighs. You can't work here anymore. I need the work. What about the Winterlight? Fine. What about the Winterlight? Okay. He reaches over and switches the monitor off. Forget about the damn ship. You have enough to keep you up. Dragos reaches across you and flicks off the terminal. As the light of the monitor dies, a kind of eerie calm falls on both of you. Whatever this was, it is done. You made it out, Sleeper. That means you have to move on. Let's see, we got someone killed that ship and its crew. What if they come for me? We already know someone's coming for you. And you want to meet them? He shakes his head. We are done here. In the dark, Drago's headset glints, and you wish for a moment you could see his eyes and meet them. Maybe then he would understand. You get up from the desk, and Dragos gathers the notes, stuffing them into a pocket of his overalls. He holds the door for you, his headset as expressionless as always. You can stay in the container. I won't take that from you. Don't come back. His tone is final, definite, with an edge of disappointment. You walk out of the office and out of the yard, not stopping to look back. You leave the yard, thumbing the vial in your pocket, knowing that this, at least, guarantees you a little more time. And as you walk, your mind once again drifts to that person who killed the winter light, and whether or not that person will come for you. Oh, I got an upgrade point. Okay, before I do anything, what do I need for here? Interface. Oh, interface. Okay, so if I can, I'm gonna upgrade interface. Did it work? Was it at -1? I thought. Got excited over nothing. Yeah, it's still locked. I need a +1. Just sworn. No, that stinks. I guess it was -1. I didn't realize that. But now everything's at 0. Okay. Well, I gotta go for now. So, actually, I have 2 dice. Let me knock out the 2 dice so we can restart the day. I don't know why this... Oh. This is different. I don't have enough to buy a fragment. Oh, I have some scrap. Hold on. Where do I go for the scrap? It's a shipyard. No, it's a different shipyard. I don't remember where I go for the scrap. Yeah, this is my home, and now I can't go there. No. Rotunda? No. Maybe it was this. Yeah, okay. I got 12. Oh, and I'm a trusted trader. Does that stay forever? Let me see, did it change? Okay, that's gone. So that's nice. Did anything over here change? So you aren't the only sleeper who's being hunted. You should prepare for the worst. Okay. What was I gonna do? Scrap. Oh, over here. Now I have 62. So buy ship mine fragments. I have 2 fragments, right? How many do I need? The merchants have acquired a couple of rare ship mine fragments and they are selling them at a high price. Ship mine fragments are hard to come by. The system's merchants can only source a couple at a time. Okay, well we're gonna get it because I need them. I got 1. Oh, I need 60 more. Okay. The exchange. I'm not gonna get enough with that. Is there anything else? Oh, what is this? Fabricate ship mine. Oh, I have enough. Okay, ship mines cannot be built from scratch, but if you have enough salvaged fragments, reassemble with a fabricator. Sweet. No, I want you to go in there. What are we doing? Go in there. Thank you. Okay, cool. 1 ship mine core. The core of a ship, AI, amputated and in hibernation. The fabricator whirls and crackles as it assembles the ship mine. It opens to reveal a completed but heavily dented unit. Okay, so this should have changed something. Oh, I got another upgrade point. Yes! So we're gonna do interface. Nice! Okay. Let's see, what else? This guy was empty, right? Yes. Okay. That's home. You don't have connections, but you do have skills. Okay. Let's try this. Nice. Okay, I don't think this one's gonna do anything. Oh, we gotta... Well, no, yeah, neutral's not gonna do anything for me. That'd be a waste. Rotunda. Let's explore the rotunda. Ugh, negative. Okay, well now I'm out of dice, so we'll go home. I have 2 cycles, my goodness. Oh, inject stabilizer. Nice. Come on, why do you do that? There we go. Without regular doses of stabilizer, sleeper bodies actively decay. A corporate insurance policy to disincentivize escapees like you. Okay. Do I get my 5th spot back? Oh, no, that... Okay, I'm stable. I guess I didn't need to use it yet, but... Okay. We're going to end cycle. I'm going to be very hungry when I wake up. Yeah. Okay, but I got 5 dice now. Okay, we're going to end it here. Okay, everybody. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next one. This is El Burrito Aburrido out.